And hello everyone, I'm very sorry that I started so late, but had a lot of work to do, and still didn't finish it. Let me start. The correct one? Yeah. Alright. Continue, need some background music. Here it is. Test. Let me check the sound. And everything is working fine. So, just the beginning of this trial. Because I started very late, definitely will not finish it today. This means I'll finish it tomorrow, no matter how long it will take. Let's see. Good morning. Are you by yourself? Morning, Charles. Sonic, please tell me. What's going to happen to Mystic Maya? We still don't know where she... As far as I understand, she fell off the bridge. I'm sorry, we don't know yet. Well, based on the evidence we have. Investigation is still going on, so I wasn't allowed into the inner temple. Oh, I see. So his sister Iris still trying to remove those 3 locks in the training hall. No, she's the defendant in this case, so she can't be at the inner temple. She's required to be here in court. Then, how come she's not here in the defendant's lobby? I have to admit, it's kind of strange. We are looking for Iris. She's in the prosecutor's lobby. Wonder why. Edgeworth! What's Iris doing over there? She's going over today's testimony with the prosecutor as we speak. Today's testimony? You heard me. Iris is going to be testifying as a witness for the prosecution. Wait, what? The prosecutor is squeezing her for a confession, so I heard. Francisca von Karma. What are they up to? Maybe Godo? Hello, Monte Carlo. I know what you're thinking. But Francisca isn't going to be the prosecutor today. What? Then who is? Kinda obviously. Who else would it be? But Godo. Francisca is engaged in some important work at the Sacred Cavern. Well, she is trying to open now, of course. Sacred Cavern. You don't mean that she is... Exactly. She has been out there all night trying to remove those 3 locks. With the head nun's assistance, naturally. Estimate that the last of the locks should be taken care of in about 3 hours. Hope everything continues to go smoothly and we receive some good news soon. Yes, thanks, Edgeworth. Prosecutor Goda intends to nail this case shut today. Be prepared to fight like there's no tomorrow. Don't have to tell me that. I know, I can already see it in your eyes. You're not the same fever-ridden, frantic maniac you were yesterday. It's strange. On the way here, I decided that today would be the end of all this. Almost immediately after I made the decision, I felt myself getting stronger. Interesting. Maybe you passed your code onto someone else, literally. And with that, I leave the rest in your capable hands, partner. Thanks. I still don't have answers for most of the riddles, like in this case. Hello, Cube. The circumstances around the murder of Miss Elise Donen, Miss Misty Faye. The impossible flight Larry claims to have seen, obviously it's upside down. It's already solved. And what that woman is really after. Why person thinks that she's dead when... well, I don't know. I will solve them all and bring this whole tragedy to an end. So what day is tomorrow? Thursday? Indeed, today is Wednesday. Court is now in session for the trial of Iris of Hazakura Temple. Your Honor? What are you? Me? They changed the judge as well? Well, my little brother came to visit me in the chambers early this morning. All of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, he developed a scorching fever and fainted. That's what happened. Therefore, I'll be standing in for him. I see, Your Honor. So, my brothers! That explains a lot. My poor brother, he looked a bit pale. Not to mention, sad that he couldn't be here. Common breakfast? Uncommon? That's Thursday already. You like it. Living in the future, not like me. It is impossible to predict what the future has in store for any of us. It's precisely why people feel the need to judge the past. And we all the court have been charged with the solemn duty of passing such judgment. Well said, Mr. Gordon. Understood exactly what you said, at least up until the end. Anyway. Now then, Mr. Gordon, please proceed with your opening statement. Humans are fragile, fickle beings. Our hearts change with the shifting of the tides. There's only one thing that remains a constant in this crazy world. I wonder why Goda was constantly in many memes that I saw on internet like 5-10 years ago. When he's like, very secondary character here. The bitter darkness that lies at the bottom of this mug. Then you mean? Forget it. What do you mean? During yesterday's trial, the accused refused to admit her role in the crime. But today, she has had a change of heart. Romantic coffee? Nice. Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple has a confession to make. Confession? The defendant? It cannot be any confession because she will never explain everything in her testimony. Iris, why didn't she discuss this? Didn't she discuss this with me first? Very well. This court will now hear the defendant's confession. Full of holes. Upon meeting, a beautiful lady always asks for her name and profession. Occupation. It's one of my roles. My name is Iris. I am but a simple nun undergoing training at Hazakura Temple. Is there something that you want to confess to? Yes, but first I want to apologize to Mr. Wright. I can't continue lying to everyone anymore. It's alright. What is it? Mr. Wright, I have to admit that I did play a part in this terrible incident. Are you actually confessing? Are you saying that you were the one who murdered Miss Elise Dunham? No, I'm not, Your Honor. But I dealt with the cover-up after the murder took place. After her spirit left, I took the lifeless shell of Mystic Elise and carried it to the Hazakura Temple courtyard, where I desecrated it. What? So what? It's not confession to the murder. The court order. Witness, are you saying you were an accomplice to the murder? Yes, that's correct. What? 3 minutes in court, and already caught in a cold sweat. So who is the murderer? Everyone on the planet is an accomplice to something. It just happens to be that in this case, it's to murder. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? So this is the confession they were conferring about. It's me to say this. Looks like Ari's testimony was all a lie. And he crumbled it and shoved into a bucket. Now then, little lady, if you don't mind, I've got a question for you. Whose crime were you trying to cover up by your actions? Harris is covering for someone? I'm definitely up the creek without a paddle or a life jack. I've been in the Hazakura Temple ever since I was a little girl. Okay, who can be the candidates? Maya Fey, for example. And maybe just her. Hazakura Temple is run by one of the branch families of the Korean tradition. One of our missions is to protect the main family. Sorry, but main family? Yes, and that's why I would dirty myself in need be to protect you. Come, placed pile of food? Hello, one of you. The daughter of the master of the Korean channeling technique, Mystic Maya Fey. What? Because I forgot, how much did I set tickets for the day? Completely forgot to check. Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it more? I can actually open my own stream and check. Despite that, it will be very complicated to do. I opened my own stream on the stream. Wonderful, isn't it? Manage rewards. Manage it here. Open this there. Okay, let me set it to 3. Sometimes I can do all of this, sometimes not. Alright, let's see. Wake up and smell the coffee. Try it. She's naming. Maya? Obviously it's not possible. Order in the court. So not only did you witness a murder, you know the name of the murderer. I'm not surprised. Okay. I got new tickets, and there's 22 of them. 22! So tell me the number from 1 to number 22. Rate myself. It's impossible. But I have different channel where I'm running the bots. Number 9. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, Number 9. I hope I counted it correctly. No chicken. I bought simply everything they had this time. Still. Let's see. Didn't find these dragon tickets basically. And they still winter. And the first ticket is nothing. Sorry about this. Good luck next time. Oh, I forgot that I said it's once per person, not 2 per person. Maybe next time I'll change it. Tomorrow. I'm terribly sorry, but it's true. I saw you commit the crime with my very own eyes. And then I cleaned up the area to try to protect you. That's ridiculous. I couldn't. And the fans will refrain from commenting until the appropriate time. Actually, I can check right now. Hold on. Because definitely I'll forget about it tomorrow. Open and teach one more time. Manage rewards. Manage it here. Edit it there and set it to per person. Alright, done. I hope it was applied. So you have another 10,000, you can try to use it right now if you want to. And you did it. Okay. From 1 to 21. Number 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's number 6. Now let's check. And I'm sorry, it's also nothing. That was it. That's a waste of money. The fans feel afraid, okay. Now, witness, let's hear your testimony. What exactly happened on the night of the crime? Yes, Your Honor. So I was prepared for the unexpected. It was actually expected. But I never even imagined the case would wind up going in this direction. Why not? Alright. I went to the inner temple that night and saw it all happen in the garden. Well, we know exactly that she had never been at the inner temple, but okay. I saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya discussed what? This is something new. While Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Mystic Maya tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. It was only in self-defense. You can't blame her for it. So it was in self-defense? Yes, Mystic Elise was the one who attacked first. That's why I tried my best to protect Mystic Maya. You moved the victim's body to the temple so that Maya wouldn't be suspected. Isn't that right? Not bad. You got the instincts of a true criminal. Something not quite right. I'm sure it was established yesterday that Iris never went to the inner temple that night, and that the person who did go was that woman. Iris even admitted it. Now then, Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. I went to the inner temple. Okay, let's press every single statement. Hold it! Sister Iris, your testimony has changed quite a bit since yesterday. You stated yesterday that, on the night of the murder, you didn't go to the inner temple.
Objection!
Did she now? Too bad for you. What she said yesterday doesn't mean much today. By the way, where were you when she claimed that she didn't go? It was in the inner temple's training hall. A private conversation between the two of you does not constitute testimony. It would be properly described as heresy. What do you have to say, witness? Just couldn't tell him the truth at that time. Mystic Maya, she's your girlfriend, isn't she? I didn't want to be the one to break it to you that I saw her commit murder. There, we all understand how difficult this is for you. Now then, let's continue with the testimony. But if it will be the truth, the main punishment will go to her, because we're not supposed to hide the evidences. But you have right to use self-defense. What did you witness in the temple garden? Well, Your Honor? Right, I saw Mystic Elise strike Mystic Maya with her staff. Hold it! You're saying that a victim attacked Maya, Miss Faye. Yes, it was a truly frightening instant. Mystic Maya was struck hard on the head and looked like she was going to collapse. What were you doing at the time? Why didn't you stop them from fighting? Terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I was frightened. I couldn't move. I couldn't even speak. I was in such shock. That's perfectly understandable, my dear. This doesn't sound right. I don't believe this testimony for a minute. What happened after that? When Mystic Maya was still stumbling, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Hold it! She moved in to deliver a fatal strike? Yes, I'm sure of it. She threw down her staff and reached into her robe for a weapon. Her staff was the weapon itself. Wait a minute. What was this weapon? It was some kind of dagger? Dagger, huh? And Alice Dunham tried to stab her with this weapon. To kill Miss Faye? Yes, exactly. You look like I did after I mistakenly took a swig of Worcestershire sauce. Alright, Monte Carlo, there's 20 tickets left. Which one of 20? Was 20, indeed. Number 1. Checking it now. What? I believe it's simply impossible to have a jackpot. And you want 25 bucks for yourself, because it's 100. How's it possible? So imagine that person who could buy this ticket next would win 100. But I was first. People, let's see. And done. Oh, you can check now. Can I hit the cells? You have room with the testimony we heard from your client, lawyer boy? Do you have room with Iris' testimony? Yes. Your Honor, I have a small problem with the witness' testimony. You do? But this witness is your own client. Yes, well, nevertheless. It's fine. Witness, let's add your last statement to the testimony. Yes, sir. Hey, just a moment, it's my job to say that. Listen, Rams, I won't say it again. To buy? Yeah, it's possible. You can buy physical Steam card. That's right. But who can redeem it? I don't know. Final judgment will be rendered by me. Usually, like in every single store, but only for 20 bucks. And they added it like recently. I believe 1 year ago there was nothing like this. Okay, now, let's continue. She threw her stuff away and pulled a dagger from inside her robe. Hold it! Hold it! She threw her stuff away? Mystic Alice was trying to kill Mystic Maya, since that's why she wanted a more lethal weapon. It's true, it's not easy to inflict a deadly blow with a staff. Mr. Aris, let me make sure I've got this straight. Victim itself chose to throw away his stuff? Yeah, that's what I saw. Is there any odd about that, Mr. Wright? Yeah, it's odd, alright. Mystic Alice attacked Mystic Maya with the dagger, I'm sure of that. Hold it! And then Mystic Maya, she turned things around and then she used the weapon she had taken and lunged forward for a strike. Venus, are you absolutely certain? Yes, believe me, she had no choice. If Mystic Maya hadn't done something, my space name would be written on this autopsy report instead. Yes, I see. This is bad. Still can put the pieces together. It's a fine correlation in her testimony. Maya's going to get blamed for this. I only have this to say. Self-defense. Okay. Well, I don't know if this victim stuff actually will work here, but let's try. Objection.
Objection!
Hold on. Sister Aris. There's something strange about your version of events. Miss Dunham, throwing his stuff away makes no sense at all to me. And all you can do with the stuff is hit someone. Naturally, you wouldn't know this, Mr. Aris, but the victim's stuff had a special feature about it. As you can see, it's a sword. If Elise Dunham really had wanted to kill Maya Fane, she wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger. Not when she already had a beautiful blade in her hands already. Well, Mr. Aris, what do you have to say?
Objection!
That was an impressive bit of investigating, Wright. I never would have thought there was a sword hidden in that stuff. Definitely he knew. But even so, how should I put this? Wait a second, if he knew, he could tell Aris that there was a sword. So why he made such a mistake intentionally? A long sword is unwieldy, and thus quite ineffective in close quarters combat. But of course, based on Metal Gear games and Resident Evil, maybe that's why she chose a dagger or her blade. Well, anyway, the type of weapon she chose to use isn't what's important. The important thing is that she tried to kill Maya Fane. As long as there's nothing strange about that, there's no problem with your testimony. There's something strange about this whole testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, the prosecution has a point. Very well, Your Honor. The defense is now present evidence to back its argument. And what is this evidence? Let me save. Let me save. Mr. Wright, I have here another piece of evidence that shows that this testimony can't be trusted. Because Miss Elise Dunham would never attempt to take the life of Maya Fane. Oh, about her true identity? No, what? Okay, I'm not sure. Oh, what's supposed to show right now? Maybe it's this? Well, I saved, let's see. Take that. Well, Mr. Gordon, definitely not this one. You ask me, the only thing that seems strange is the angle of Mr. Wright's index finger. Wright, sticking the finger in an electrical outlet might be safer for you. Otherwise, it might get beaten off the next time you poke it in the wrong place. Well, of course, those are wrong. Still don't think that Mr. Antonio would ever attack Maya. Think about their relationship, it's obvious. Well, I don't know, it's also proved the relationship, right? This was related to the clan, this talisman. Very well, Your Honor. The defense will now present evidence to back its argument. Because the game wants from me the specific item here, but there's a lot of items that doing the same thing. Why not? It proves exactly who was she. The master. No? Take that. Okay, how about this evidence? We learned that she is... who is she? Only based on this talisman. Right? Right, so it must work. Let me reset here. So another piece of evidence is just someone's profile. Take that. Alice Donham would never have attacked my fame. How can you be so sure? Because the victim's real name was not Alice Donham. Her real name was Misty Fay. And the evidence that supports it is actually this talisman. Fay? No. Not Misty Fay. Who is Misty Fay? She related to? Misty Fay is the master of the Kurin channeling technique. She's also of every shrine. This is Kurin Master's talisman. It's saying its name on top. And it has, by the way, it also has this symbol that's on top of this scroll. Totally the same. The master of my fate. Are you serious? Is it really true, Mr. Wright? Was Alice Donham actually the great mystic Misty? There's no doubt about it. Looks like Ares had no idea. Hardly believe it. The idea that she would try to kill her own daughter, one she hadn't seen in 17 years. Perhaps the prosecution can offer some explanation for why she would do such a thing. Oh, he started doing totally the same as Miles. Asking prosecution side to prove something, not trying to prove himself. Order in the court. Up at first hearing, the witness testimony. It seemed natural enough. However, in light of some facts that have just been presented, one, that the victim supposedly threw away a sword during the fight, and two, that the two people battling to the death were mother and daughter, despite the facts being believable. Indeed, when taken on their own, when taken together, the entire story seems difficult to believe. Listen, there's nothing in this world that is impossible, except for one little sin. Yes, what is this one little impossible sin? You still don't get it. You think maybe my beans are under-roasted, but you have no idea, Grumps. You get to a point? Heard this witness confession this morning. Just as I had taken the first sip of my 8th cup of morning coffee. Good to ruin your health, my friend. Anyway, after hearing this woman's confession, had a detective who loves to investigate sent to the scene of the crime. And he discovered this little beauty. He said the dagger on the witness testified to seeing? Obviously, Your Honor. But do you not notice something else? Now that you mention it, if you look closely, there appears to be a bloodstain. Where did you find that? I didn't see that when I investigated the crime scene. Did you investigate the pine tree at the crime scene? Huh? The pine tree? And then this dagger was stuck in the backside of the pine tree. When the last blow was stuck, I actually didn't even check it. Struck. And in the violent battle between the two women. This little baby was thrown in the direction of the back of the pine tree, which means the blood on this dagger belongs to the victim, correct? Were you even listening, old man? Look. I doubt about this. Maybe tomorrow I will finish it. It's really the last trial here, but there will be like 3 parts of it. Sick. I first heard this confession this morning, just as I had taken the first sip of my certain cup of morning coffee. Now it's certain? You say it was your 8th just a few minutes ago? Can you have enough time to get the blood analyzed on such short notice? In any case, the court will accept the dagger as evidence. Furthermore, I order that a blood test be performed on it immediately. What about the stuff? This is my sweetheart. Make sure you treat her right. Believe, get this piece of evidence to the crime lab for testing immediately. The stuff must also be tested. Now then, the testimony we've just heard had numerous unbelievable aspects to it. However, after having found the very dagger the witness spoke of, I believe we can consider her testimony to be credible. I think I still need like 6 hours. 6 hours to finish it. Cute girls never lie. Ever. In any case, witness, if you could please testify again to this court. About what, Your Honor? About the incident you saw, the battle between the 2 women. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Meyer stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with a staff. But then she dodged Mystic Ellie's next attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly, Mystic Elise was the one on the defensive, is your back to the stone lantern. By the way, soon they're going to release the You Already Can Pre-order the next 3 Ace Attorney games on Steam. So maybe they're going to translate the second prosecutor case. Game. Don't know how many cases here. About Miles Edgeworth. Because so far in English there was released only the first one. So maybe they translated it. Who knows? So suddenly Mr. Alice was the one on the defensive. Is your back to the stone lantern. Why is this censorship here? Yes, it exists, but if they release it officially, it will be much better. It's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Alice. Mystic Alice managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed. That was a very heartbreaking story. I don't know if there were any bad feelings between them, but... Well, but it's not official. By the way, especially for you, I actually have it installed here, I believe. Let me save. Let me save. Turn it off. Turn it on. And check. But Stone Pillar actually has a blood stain on it. Was it released for DS? Maybe it was 3DS? Oh, here it is. Let me start and see. Capcom, indeed. This is fun translation by the International Translation Group. That is the second Miles Edgeworth game. Turnabout target. Holy shit. Those are spoilers. History of Peace from the East? Wonderful. Well, someday I'll play it for sure. Do you play it yourself? Insane Far Republic? What's going on here? Yet again, I don't like that there's a cutscene with some text that you must read as fast as possible, and he'll be killed immediately. Can I skip it? Not possible. Okay, too many spoilers. Let's turn it off. Yeah, it was translated in it. So before, I wasn't sure that I will read it, the whole novel, before it will be released in Steam. Of course. So continue this one. Don't know if there were any bad feelings between them, but where's the music? So you loaded the game and there's no background music? Wonderful. Looks like I found another bug. It had been 70 years since Misty's disappearance. Perhaps they simply didn't recognize each other anymore. Seems reasonable. Or maybe there was no music. Wait a second, maybe there was no. Now then, Mr. Wright, proceed with your cross-examination. Alright. No, there's supposed to be music before. Hold it! Alice, where were you standing when you witnessed all this? What do you mean? Well, if either of them had noticed you, they might not have continued their battle. I wonder if that's true. The two of them, they were standing near the garden stone lantern. I was watching the whole scene from behind. It was dark where the two of them were, so I think that's why they didn't see me. So it was dark in the garden when the murder took place. Tell me, what did Miss Maya Fey do after she was struck? Dodged. Hold it. What happened to the victim's stab then? I'm not sure. The area was very dark, so I really couldn't see it. It got knocked away somewhere and the fight escalated. That makes sense. I'll explain the need for the dagger, but you're supposed to find it and bring it with you. Mystic and Liz ran the dagger to strike. Mystic might dodge it at the last second. Dagger struck the lantern and fell to the ground. And then at some point, Mystic Maya picked it up. Nothing sounds especially strange yet. What did the victim do when the weapon was stolen from her? On the one on the defensive. Hold it! You're saying that Miss Maya Fey turned the tables on the victim? Yes. But Mystic Maya wasn't herself at the time. After all, her life was in danger. Still can't believe it. The idea of Maya cornering someone at knife point is just silly. And they say, a cornered fox is more dangerous than jackal. Actually not. I believe the correct description of a cornered fox is scared and petrified. Your animal analogies have grown tiresome. You were the one who started it. Anyway, so after my Fey backed the victim in the stone lantern, what happened next? That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Hold it! Are you absolutely certain that's what you saw? Yes, I'm almost certain. Almost. The garden was dark. I couldn't really tell who was who. What did she just say? So, in other words, it could have been someone else entirely.
Objection!
We know that Maya Fey was at the inner temple that night, and that the woman that was killed was Elise Dunham. Isn't it fairly obvious who attacked her? No, because they can channel somebody. I don't have anything to counter that yet. As witness, please continue with your testimony. Yes, Your Honor. White again. The two of them faced each other for a moment. Mystic Maya rushed straight into Mystic Elise. Mystic Elise doubled over and fell to the ground. So she was stabbed in the stomach, huh? Yes. Managed to fling the knife away. Hold it! Where did the dagger go? I have no idea. It was dark and I couldn't see. According to the detective who found the dagger, it was stuck into the pine tree in the garden. Most likely it was flung towards the tree after the struggle. It's the most likely explanation, yes. Being stabbed in the stomach, did the victim collapse right away? Obviously not. Now that I think of it, she seemed to stare at Mystic Maya for a while. And Mystic Maya stood there, not moving an inch. It felt for a moment like time had just stopped. But then, suddenly, as if the spell had worn off, Mystic Elise fell over. Seems like a reasonable story at first, but there's one thing that is completely impossible. The very idea of Maya stabbing someone alone is impossible, which means this false testimony must contain another contradiction in it somewhere. Well, because there was some note. I will present it right now. Hold on, do I even have it? I don't have it. I don't have this evidence in my list. So they had it. Well, in this case I cannot present it. Flings the knife away, but then she collapsed. My stabbed Elise. Therefore I need to save. I'll take a pass here. Very quick. Actually, I could do something here, but it will take time to think. Stamina briefly after being hit. Dodged. The one on the defensive usually is the third, fourth, or fifth one. With you back to the stone lantern. I remember about the notes. Sadly, it's not in my list. So maybe it's the last one. Okay, I will be right back, very quick. In a minute. Alright, back. Whew. Let's see. What's wrong here? I said it must be the third, the fourth, or the fifth statement. Why did I move here? Skip. Okay, suddenly Mystic Elise was the one on the defensive. In it, Mystic Maya stopped Mystic Elise, and she immediately collapsed. And I believe that for collapsed, you're supposed to show the letter, but I don't have it. So what do we have? I still didn't use the Occult magazine, right? Not sure. The map? Who cares about the map? It's definitely not the scroll. Not this, not hot. Was it not data, remember? Loss of blood from stab in back. Oh, this one? Hold on. That was easy. Objection. Something about you just isn't right today, Aris. Until now, I didn't think you were the type to make such a careless mistake. However, the testimony you just gave contains quite a few contradictions. What do you mean? What's so wrong about my testimony? According to you, Maya Fey stabbed the victim who had her back to the stone lantern. Correct? Yes, that's right. In that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach, right? Yes, I think so. But according to the autopsy report, the cause of death was due to blood loss from a stab wound in her back. This proved that the victim was stabbed from behind, not from the front. Sister Iris, appears another seed of doubt has sprouted from your testimony. What? What's the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? It's simple. People are like books. All got a front and a back. You get my drift? Is that all you have to say? I can also say that darkness loves to play with the human mind. Can you please knock it off with the cheesy proverbs and illogical metaphors already? The point is, too much of this testimony just doesn't make sense. Thrown away a useful stuff. The people fighting being mother and daughter. And now she falsely claims the victim was stabbed in the stomach. Certainly some inconsistencies. Well, Iris, how about it? Well, it's just... You ask me, you're just being too naive about the whole thing. What do you mean? There are 253 distinct types of bitterness in coffee. But to pick out each one requires total concentration and the use of all the senses. Were you really concentrating on what the witness actually said? So you're gonna explain yourself! Witness was quite ambiguous about her own ambiguities. When she said that the garden was dark, she couldn't see clearly. Human needs one thing to see clearly, and that is light. Light. By the way, did you know? The inner temple has a rule that all nights when an acolyte is there training, the stone lantern in the garden is to always be lit. I did wonder what that stone lantern was there for. Well, if that's true, shouldn't the witness have been able to see the crime more clearly? Normally, yes, Your Honor. According to the head nun, Sister Vigny, on the night of the crime, it was impossible to light that stone lantern. Impossible. It hadn't been used in a long time, and the wick was no good. In other words, it had to be nearly pitch black in the garden that night. There could have been a faint light coming from the training hall, but that's all. Not mine, though. Actually, the note on this lantern was upside down, so it's definitely she was standing with her back to the lantern. Right? Right? Contradiction again. Most enlightening. Yes, that illuminating fact has chased all the contradiction away. If it was not her, we must provide evidence that it was somebody else. But there is no one else here except Pearl. If the stuff was dropped, it would be difficult to see. It also explains why they didn't recognize each other. Can't see the demons that lure in the night. That's why humans are weak. Isn't that right, Wright? Oh. Order! Here, the honor. Let me present the stone lantern into evidence. That's how we'll use it finally. Maybe it will rekindle the flame of truth in your mind. Why the judge just sitting there with that look on his face? What's wrong, Your Honor? Wasn't that flame too hot to survive? This lantern, there's something written on it. Why? It's written in blood. Oh boy. So the judge didn't know about that yet. Written in blood? It says my upside down. Also, it must... Well, wait a second. What else can it say? If it was original, I would definitely know Maya here. Because it's impossible. The name is different. Not sure. Maybe something was altered and added later? No. What there? Oh yes, that's right. After being cornered and then stabbed by Mystic Mile, Mystic Alice didn't fall down right away. She must have been written that on the stone lantern behind her. In the blood, it was drained out of her body. Suddenly looks that way. Hang on just a minute. What are you all talking about? What do you mean, what are we all talking about? Talking about the message written in blood. Nonsense. This letter, it's as clean as a whistle. Could it be he couldn't see a red color? He can't see bloody writing at all. Now that I think of it, he did say something to me yesterday. The eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. Alright, so that's what he meant by that. In any case, this is obviously an important clue. We now know that the crime scene was dark, and that the victim stole this message on the stone lantern. Why? Cyborg? But he's not cyborg. Well, Mr. Gordon, innocent father, he has just funny girls, he said. Mr. Gordon? Okay, then, let's move on. I was literally shaking, and somehow I don't think it's from caffeine overdose. Because he's thinking, if he didn't notice this, he might didn't notice something else. I believe it has now been established that Miss Donning was killed by Maya Fey. That's just wrong. Now it's time to turn our attention to you. Yes, sir. After the victim died, you did something, didn't you? Let's hear it. You're all ears. Rock of visor, single lens, and black. After Mystic Else died, I called out to Mystic Maya. So it was my duty to protect the future master of the Korean tradition. Surround the body from the inner temple by myself, dragged it behind me all the way across the Dusky Bridge. Okay, then I used the snowball to carry it back to Asakura Temple and... I used the Shishito to alter the way the wounds looked. It's too unpronounceable E in the word Shishito. So you move the body. Yes, I was raised at Hasakura Temple. I owe a great deal of thanks to the Fey clan, but even so I never imagined that Liz Donham was actually Mr. Fey. I committed a terrible sin. Terrible trick of fate. If you're looking for twist of fate, you know. I intended to return to the inner temple to taking care of the body. But you were spotted by the head nun, correct? Yes, and that's why I couldn't go back. Story makes sense, I suppose. Mr. Wright, go ahead with your cross-examination. Yes, you are. Let's see. I dragged it behind me all the way across Dusky Bridge. It's impossible. About to carry it back. It's impossible because of the wrestling report you have. And where is it? Wait a second, we don't know what was the time of death right now, so I can't present it right now. So we must figure it out first. Hold it. It's pretty amazing you could make it all the way across. Let's look at the old bridge. Indeed. But it's only if you know exactly when actually it happened. Looks worse than it is. It surprisingly started despite its age, because if it happened at 10 PM, I say, idiots are too stupid to catch even a simple cold. There's one other thing that bothers me. Why not just throw the body into the Eagle River? It would have been much easier than dragging it all the way to Hasakura Temple. So that it would still cause too many suspicion on Mystic Maya. So I tried to take the body as far away as possible. Makes perfect sense to me. For the time being, Anyway, what did you do after you crossed the bridge? Blood-sucked clothing? Hold it. Didn't they figure it out that it's possible only when somebody removed the sword? We'll see. The snowbound, I knew that will show up sooner or later. Yes, I had the key. I used the snowball to travel from Hasakura Temple to Dusky Bridge. It's a part that was in question the other day. Should I ask for someone else? About the tracks, of course. If you really did move your body by snowball, then there should be tracks left in the snow, right? Well, yes, naturally you would expect tracks. This picture was presented at yesterday's trial. Are these the tracks from that ride? Yes, I think they are. But I can only see one set of tracks here. Let's see what's so strange about that. Snow was still falling when I left Hasakura Temple. I see snow was still falling, right? Huh? And then, when the murder took place, it had already stopped. That's why there are such fresh-looking tracks. How about it, Mr. Wright? What do you think about this testimony? It's very important, of course. When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. So now we established the time, of course. It doesn't make sense if you stuck it up against the other evidence. Your Honor, I'd like the statement Iris just made added to the testimony. But does it have something to do with the case? All will be made clear if you allow her statement to be added to the court. It should be fun. You. Let's get this snow business cleared up, shall we? Yes, sir. Oh, wait a second. I use the to alter the way the wounds looked. Hold on, it cannot be the last statement. Called out. Duty. Remove the body. Drag it behind me, all the way across Dusky Bridge. So, if she dragged it behind herself, there must be tracks. You understand about the great trail. The snow had already stopped. The murder took place by the time. So it must be here. Objection. You claim that the snow had already stopped when the murder occurred. But I'm sorry, Iris, that just isn't possible. What? This is the weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50 p.m. But you couldn't have crossed Dusky Bridge at that time. Why do you say that? Because 5 minutes before the snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and had caught on fire. What do you say? The bridge was on fire? You don't mean to say you didn't know about it? It was because of that lightning strike that the bridge burned down. What? But it can't be. Looks like you still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to deceive or conceal the truth, can't pull the wool over the eyes of a real defense attorney. So far, it's so easy. Order, order, order! The bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. In this case, how they transferred the body? That's right, the inner temple was already totally cut off from the outside world. There's no way she could have crossed the bridge, body or no body. Goodness, even my patience has its limits. Miss the body? Which one? Any further lion, and I will find you in contempt of court. Do you have anything to say for yourself? Because of the Godo? The only person here that is truly contemptible is you. Alman. Me, how dare you? Whether this witness lied or not doesn't mean squat right now. Squat? The important thing now is to find out the truth, isn't that right? Yes, of course, but whether it was stolen or not stolen, or whether the bridge was burned or not, there are two facts that can be disputed. First, the body of Elise Nunham was discovered in the Hazakura temple courtyard. And second, the head nun, Sister Bikini, witness Iris desecrating Elise Nunham's body. Makes a good point on both accounts. I don't know. Well, it's already established that it was moved. That's right, I'm not lying. What are you blaming this time? Still not possible to understand where actually the murder took place. I wasn't myself at all at night, so my memory is still somewhat hazy. You have stood at that witness stand and testified this entire time. Are you telling us now that your memory of that night is hazy? It's only human to err. It's so perfect, right? Maybe you can explain this for the court. So tell me, Godo was the real killer here, isn't it? What is it? The murder happened, the bridge had already burned down. But somehow the body trailed across the bridge and was found in the temple courtyard. Well, because of the experience of previous games, usually the main antagonist can be the defendant of the killer, and then that's why. Only on this, perhaps you have some kind of perfect explanation for this little magic trick. He cannot be just a prosecutor here. Well, not exactly, no. And also there must be some other way she got across that burned out bridge. Unless I can somehow demonstrate it, we'll never know the truth. Looks like the defense is not prepared to offer a suitable explanation. You see what I mean? In other words, you're in no position to suggest that this lady's testimony isn't the truth. Alright then, witness, let's hear your testimony once again. What, Your Honor? You admitted that you moved the victim's body. Nevertheless, your prior testimony contained a rather large inconsistency. Please add an explanation for that to your testimony. Yes, Your Honor. Will this be your final testimony? Or not? Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. So there's another way. So I must have just gotten confused, I guess. Was the snow still falling, or had it stopped? Does it really matter that much? Or are you saying that there is a way to cross a burning bridge? By river? So it was just a misunderstanding, I see. There's a photo of Dusky Bridge after it turned down from the lightning blast. It was taken on the morning after the incident. Also, Mystic Misty could actually summon Dahlia here. So she summoned Dahlia. Why not? I thought it was Pearly before, but it just started. Next I was thinking it was Mai herself, now I was thinking that Misty herself summoned Dahlia. So they moved her body if she summoned her. Just throwing her down the bridge. Well, it's supposed to be upside down, of course. I don't know how they drag her after this, but that's how it happens. They throw it away down. Alright. Suddenly was burned to a crisp. How supposed to move it? And one of the suspensions wires is gone. It's amazing the whole bridge didn't fall. Maybe it would be impossible to carry a corpse across a bridge in this condition. They added as an evidence? Unless I do something to discredit this testimony. Okay, question is where the inner temple? On the right or on the left? If it's on the right, no, if it's on the left, they can throw it to here. Let me check them up. So she fell not from the second floor, she fell from the bridge. It's on the right. How are you supposed to move it from the right? By using I don't know, this rope? It's going to be dimmed at the truth. And Mai will be accused of murder. Right? I'm only going to say it one more time. It is only human to err. And it's divine to... No? Only humans can spot the errors of our ways. The more sense he makes, the less sense he makes. Alright, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination. This alternative physics skill? What exactly? No way to move. Well, I'm confused. Doesn't matter. Hold it! Well, I don't see why there couldn't be a way across. Straight. Don't you think that sounds a bit silly? A dead body crossing a burning bridge. Did anyone actually witness such a scene? Yes. In other words, I don't think you'll call someone like that a witness. After all, a dream isn't the same as actually seeing something. I'm always way, so I owe it to everyone to figure this out. But how do you transport a body across a burning bridge? And if I don't know the exact answer, yet it's okay. Start by examining all of my evidence and see where that takes me. It'll be like a shark, but don't keep moving, I'm as good as that. Well, let's present this sketch. Objection. I was right. A dead body flying over a burning bridge. I wouldn't exactly rule out the possibility. What? You saying it's possible? Don't make me laugh. Raise a temple, a snowball, with a bloody corpse? The only thing that's possible about your claim is that it's been pulled out of thin air. I don't know about that. In any case, we have a witness who did see it happen. Is it? Well, look, if some coincidences are working for the criminal, it is good. But if it's working for the main character, it's Deus Ex Machina. It shouldn't be like this. So, seemed very good for me. My question was, why he didn't say that the monkey brought this verse to him? Monkey. There was no need to hide anything. Let's say it was monkey, that's all. Not guilty. Who is it? Who is this witness? Can chicken out here. I've got to keep on the attack and go. Miss Elise Dunham's brilliant and highly gifted apprentice, Boris Dunham. You'll ban for discussing these games? Brilliant, high gifted apprentice. Remember what he said in his testimony. That night, he was at the Mountain Shack Heavenly Hall, and that's when he witnessed the event. I think you've all seen this sketch before. It's an exact drawing of what he witnessed that night. What about the anime that actually covers this episode? Didn't watch it. It was better explained. Are you serious? Today's not April's Fool's Day, is it? It's right. Are you seriously claiming that the victim flew through the air? And you're using this pathetic scribble to support your argument? Uh-oh. The judge looks like he's about to blow a gasket. Well tried. There's nowhere for you to hide now. Other than looking like it was drawn by a 6-year-old, does the sketch prove anything? Yes, I'm pretty sure it does. And I'm going to prove it. Yes, I know your tricks. You're trying to turn this whole thing upside down. If you're so eager to turn this case upside down, why he is hinting me? It was kinda obvious that it's upside down. There's no need to hint. Why not start with this sketch? Well, it's a good sketch. Especially if it's not sketch. If it's colorful, so not the sketch already. Why did Godo say that? Alright then, let's hear the defense's theory. Also, the only thing that I don't understand about this sketch is why it's in pastel color when it's supposed to be an oil. Because it's definitely not oil. What exactly is this sketch trying to show? An old whisker face is going to forgive any more mistakes. Alright, Phoenix, look carefully and think it over. The sketch drawn by Loris Dunham is exactly what happened. A complete contradiction, maybe. But evidence of nothing, of course not. Exactly what happened. It's not exactly what happened. But maybe a complete contradiction. Let's try and see. Something's obviously funny about this sketch. I'm not art critic, but even I can see that. No. That's not what I mean, Your Honor. Lawrence Dunham stated it over and over. Well, they hid it, but I said about this yesterday, because it was kinda obvious when you saw how they showed how he was looking from the shack. And this sketch was exactly as he saw it. Yeah, this one. However, if we are to believe his testimony, the sketch contradicts reality as we know it. It contradicts reality? This is getting interesting. Looks like you're back to this fingerprinted scene again. Okay, right? So what exactly contradicts reality as we know it? Should I show this? I'm not sure. It's this wire connected to the bridge. The wire? It's a thing that contradicts reality? And isn't it? Then show us the reality it supposedly conflicts with. Show us something that will point out how the sketch contradicts reality. It is the last one. Let's try. Take that. That's a photo of Dusky Bridge, correct? Yes, now compare the sketch and the photo for a minute. In the sketch, the wires appear to be above the guard wires. But on the actual Dusky Bridge, jumping who Yego Safat? Who the heck is this? The wires are below the guard wires. What? Hold on, why he was surprised? This sketch is somewhat different than what's depicted in the photo. However, isn't it likely that the artist just saw it wrong? Perhaps he just drew it wrong. Either way, it sounds like you're just wrong. With someone like Lawrence, I admit a mistake is a definite possibility. But then that begs the question, why did he make a mistake? What was the reason? You're saying you know the answer to that? Listen, think back, alright? Remember what Lawrence was doing when he witnessed this event. He was at Heavenly Hall, waiting for a lover. It was never going to come. He waited, and finally he lay down. But then, lightning shoots from the sky and sends the bridge at a flame. Now ponder what sort of position Larry must have been in at the time. He was lying on his back, which is why he remembered the sun the way he did. He was lying on his back? Can't see how it relates. But it does, Yodor. That is the reason why the wires in the sketch go up instead of down. No way. Lawrence Dunham witnessed the event while he was lying on his back, face up. How do we know actually that he was lying like this? In other words, the scene that he saw was actually upside down. Well, so far everything's still easier. So far I made only one single mistake. And I reloaded it. So then, this sketch should actually... Think you finally get it, Yona. Correct way to view Lawrence Dunham's sketch is like this. This is how it should actually look. That's why there was fire from both sides, of course. Because if it would be upside down, you understand it immediately. The victim's body wasn't flying above the bridge. It was actually swinging below. That's right, just like a pendulum. Hold on! Of all the things to say, a pendulum? The bridge was burning to a crisp. There was no way to get across it. But if the body had been found at the inner temple, it would have caused problems. This is where the criminal decided to take a gamble. They used the burning bridge to get the body across to the other side. In this case, there must be two different people, one throwing the body and another one trying to catch it. Well, my theory was different, as you know. I saw that the body fell down. That's how the web browses. But there's only one single contradiction. The flat surface is on the right, not on the left. If it was on the left, it would be easy to explain. And the pendulum was the only way to get it down. Let's think about this for a minute, shall we? The ski bridge is about 20 yards long, which means it's about that far from the inner temple to the opposite cliff. Yes, it sounds right. In order to cover that distance with a pendulum, you need a rope at least 10 yards long. Well, he just conjectured everything. Like in real court, you saying some line? To confuse everyone. To get a rope that long, you have to plan ahead. Lightning strike that night can only have been an accident. So it doesn't make sense that the criminal would have prepared the rope beforehand. So then the criminal... They didn't have to get the rope ready. The rope was already right in front of the criminal. This criminal was what? I'm saying that it was just a matter of using what was already there. In that case, Mr. Wright, please give us an explanation to support your theory. What makes you think the criminal had the rope on hand to create a pendulum? Do you need to show them up? I can show them up. Yet again, I don't know what's supposed to show here. Let's show them up and see. Take that. No? It's not them up. What do you think, Mr. Godo? Oh, it's not them up, goddammit. I think that Mr. Wright. It's like there's no rope around here. Okay, let's show the picture. Even if I had just a silver of rope. But rope is everywhere, it's on the map, it's on the picture. Why not to use all of them? It's kinda stupid that the game doesn't allow you to use all the evidences. We're wrapping it nice and tight around his neck. Should have fears I'm not going to win this one with lucky guess. I'm also sure there will be another evidence with a rope. Not just photo. Your assertion seems to be baseless. There's no evidence that the body was swung like a pendulum after all. But it's on the map as well. It's even on the sketch. Yeah, it's also on the sketch, this rope. It's everywhere. If I created this game, I would allow every single evidence to be used with the rope on it. Take that. And the meaning of this is, if you want to know where the rope came from, it's hanging right there in front of you, glorious bird. Doesn't matter, rope is rope. This is one of the wires from the bridge. When you're in the real court, you can use anything to save the rope. When the lightning struck the bridge and set it on fire, we actually shown several evidences, a map, the sketch, and this one, all three of them at the same time. Once the suspension wires came loose from its anchor, criminal didn't have any time to waste. Oh yes, they must add it in the game when you show the combination of the evidences, not just one evidence, combination, you must combine all of them. So they tied the wire around at least one body. But it was the support one, because it's connected to the middle part. But is it half the bridge? But it's the support one. You see there's 4 of them. One on the left, one on the right, I mean on top. And left of the screen. The next one is the right. It's support rope. Exactly. These 4 in each corner. But maybe in reality, but not in the game. There were no loose cables. And they tied the wire around at least Daniel's body. Because there was simply no other way to move the body. Mr. Godam, I'm not sure that 5 goals will be enough to drink all the coffee. Wait a second. How? They had this dagger, by the way. They simply cut it. Why not? Seems that Mr. Goda is more focused on his coffee than answering my question. Seems that the odds of a rope being readily available were very high. So suppose that it's not an impossibility after all. Possible or impossible? That's not the question we need to ask. I mean the body. Okay, I got it. It's only one question. Did that really happen? It can be explained if there was an accomplice here on the other side. Right, I wonder if you can prove what happened to us. Do you have any actual evidence that the body was swung or like a pendulum? No. Why do I have something like this? Evidence that it was pendulum? Holy shit. Swung over. Fell 10 feet after this. Not the rest of it, huh? Actual evidence. What do we have in the profiles? Nothing. "10 feet 4 actually, but it's 4. Pendulum is not a 4. Now this is already a contradiction. Because when you're using pendulum, it's its move from this position to that. Its speed at the end almost 0. So even if the body hits something, it will be not the same as fell from the 10 feet. It will be the same as 1 feet. Just 1 feet, not 10. If they explain it by the autopsy report, it will be bullshit. It's not a fall. It's not a 10 feet fall. Pendulum is not falling. They can use this autopsy report, why not? Actually, can I actually save right now? No, it's not possible. Well, 10 feet after this, if it was pendulum, she's supposed to fly up somewhere. If this happened, it cannot be 10 feet. Oh, in this case, everyone who is using how's it called? Let me find Google. Classification, hold on. Classification is Maybe somebody just drive him. How the heck is it calling? It's calling Bungie. Bungie? Bungie, maybe. So, people using Bungie say not dying with 10 feet fall. And especially snow, so they're not supposed to be any damage as well. Isn't it? Indeed. I seriously don't think that auto-seer reports can be related here. Well, she's already dead, no? You want to say that she... Wait a second, she was still alive. Wait, that's right, she was still alive. And it was she who used this rope. That's why she was able to cross the bridge. Because it was a live body. Isn't it? It is. It explains everything pretty well. So, if she was alive... No, let's show this. Take that. And the proof. Why don't you go sing yourself over? I think you should sing that over games, right? It's kinda nice when they don't spend too much time singing about writing rap. She was already dead. Okay, let's see something else. How the body was moved. Decided to use the pendulum method as a last resort. There's good a chance that's still a clue from where the body landed. Where the body landed. Okay, I know where the body landed. The toast to your ever so classic clearance look. Okay. The body landed where the sphere was found. Take that. Before I present my evidence, let me review what we know so far. Well, if you make a mistake, of course there will be hint. So that's why this game is casual. Let me review what we know so far. According to this photo, one of the wires snapped. Looking at the map. Oh, also this ball was on the map? I mean, this blue screen. Maybe if I showed this map, they say that it was wrong. We can see in the one that was in front of the inner temple. So then, it was the spot when the criminal? Yes, precisely. Now let us consider the body's movement by looking at the overhead map again. Hello, Azkaban. If the body was pushed from this point here, it would drop on the opposite bank at approximately this point. The problem is that you need to add some force, because just regular pendulum will slow down near the end. You say drop? Well, they must have failed to catch the body on the other bank. What? What makes you think something like that happened? Because I have evidence that suggests your body dropped some distance. Finally, it's autopsy report? What kind of evidence? Take a look at this. Oh, I don't need to show it! Oh my god. It says here that her body fell about 10 feet after her death. 10 feet, huh? It's most likely the height difference between the two sides. My body, swung due to forward momentum, but then came loose and fell about 10 feet. Something like that, yes. And then, as a result of the landing impact, this crystal sphere was knocked loose. That's... yes, this blood-stained, amethyst crystal. And the ones that came off of Miss Ellis Donning stuff. And even more important is the place where this crystal sphere was found. Pills? Which pills? In it, I believe it's already marked on this overhead map. The crystal was found precisely, Honor, in the very spot where the pendulum would arrive if given the right amount of speed. This explains your theory quite well, Mr. Wright. You have provided us with a way the body could have been moved that night, and what was the stunt? An impressive deduction, Mr. Wright. Most impressive. This? I thought this cold coffee might help cool you down. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Gordon? That was a dark and bitter guess that you made, Wright. But you forgot about one thing. And what would that be? The aroma. A coffee's most reliable accomplice is its deep and profound aroma. Painkillers. It's actually not really a pain. Something like irritation, itching. Yeah, have itch in my eye. Don't know why. The rest of the court doesn't speak coffeeness. Can you elaborate a bit more? The criminal had sent the body to the other side, like you say. Eye drops. In that chance, there must have been an accomplice laying in wait to catch it. Heal myself. But sadly, I don't have eye drops. I have painkillers, of course. An accomplice? The criminal wasn't able to cross Dusky Bridge, and used only water. So, who collected the body? What do you have to say about that, Wright? Iris? She had the key. Mr. Goda is correct. This can't be the work of a single person. Well, Mr. Wright, you know what you must do. That's what I said. Yes, Your Honor. The body couldn't have made it to Hasakura Temple without an accomplice. Very well then. Will you please, Mr. Wright? Who were the persons that received the body on the Hasakura Temple site? Well, I think it was here, but who else? Maya no, Mia no, Pearl no, Gordo. No, William. Mikini? I don't think she's lying, so it's Iris? Take that? Twin sister was at the inner temple, so it cannot be her. Can only be you, Sister Iris. And so far, the only who can be the inner sister, twin sister, as is Elise herself or Maya Fey, because Pearl was not able to summon her. What channel? But I don't see why you're so surprised. The only way to transport the body from Dusky Bridge is by snowmobile. But with your bad back, Sir Bikini could never pick up a body like that. There's only one that could have managed it. Objection. Has no motive to channel Dahlia? She might be forced to do this. Try it. Were you even listening to the witness testimony? On the night of the crime, this little cutie pie was on clean-up duty in the inner temple garden under the mother-daughter bloodbath. Have forgotten, but have you, Mr. Gordon? This witness was also seen at Hasakura Temple, desecrating the corpse of the victim. Too odd for scenes like this? Strange it's almost as if on that night the defendant was in two different places at the same time. Mr. Iris, let me ask you something. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony. Mention what? The pendulum, of course. Using this sketch, drawn by an eyewitness, I have established how the body was moved using the burnt-out bridge, which means it's now a fact that this occurred, something you should already know. No, I had no idea. Didn't know anything about the pendulum. So body already did it itself. And the body couldn't have been passed alone to the other side without your help. So you should have known about it. In fact, it would be impossible for you to be clueless about this whole thing. Unless you're not really Iris to begin with. What? She repeated my words. How can you say that, Mr. Wright? What kind of nonsense is this? You're saying this witness isn't Iris of Hasakura Temple? It's Maya?
Objection.
Who summoned Dahlia? Who dyed her hair? Are you serious, Trent? Yo, you mean this woman is Maya Fey? There's no one besides Iris that could have received the corpse that night. Well, if it's Dahlia and she is dead, so it's Maya in this case. Now I get it. Now I know why I've been sick to my stomach during this trial. Like her whole manner changed. Or maybe she's not dead. So suddenly from yesterday. In this case, how she escaped from the prison? Am I just trying to pin this murder on Maya? The woman that's standing there at the witness stand. Her real name is, well, the woman who stayed is Dahlia. Supposed to be. Take that. I never thought I'd have to utter your name again. Then I won't see you. It's been a long time. Dahlia Hawthorne. Hawthorne? Sister Iris had a twin sister. And you're looking at her, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. That name rings some bells? Distant bells, but bells nonetheless. Just your imagination, Grams. This file contains all the relevant data about Dahlia Hawthorne. How do you have it? Already. Oh yes, I remember now. That case, 5 years ago. My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence. The honor is all mine. No, the honor is all mine. But, according to this, Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead. It says your execution was carried out last month. So what? This has no meaning in this courtroom. What? Order! Wait a moment. How can you? My sister, she's already dead. What kind of... You, of all people, should already understand after all. In this case, where the heck is Iris? The blood of the master of the current channeling technique flows within that body. She is behind this, locks, in this case. The current channeling technique? Now, where have I heard that? That's right, you're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. You're the spirit of Dahlia, currently inhabiting the body of a spirit medium. Okay, Iris can summon her. What an exciting story, exciting but quite impossible. Asking us to buy that Dahlia Hawthorne just happened to be channeled by someone. on the very night of the murder to a temple where your twin sister Iris was. But if you're going to put things that way, then yes.
Objection.
How long till the end? Well, definitely will not finish it today. I have 1 more hour. Are you going by the way to stream today? This RPG for Funicom? Well, I decided to play every single JRPG in the world. Maybe I will stream even this remake of Adventure because I'm going to stream the original Adventure. This Colossal Cave or something. For Apple II. In this case I will play the remake that was for Atari 2600. 9 hours? And it's actually some kind of RPG. So, in the future, I already played every single NES English release of JRPGs, but never Japanese. Maybe it's the future. 5-6? 5-6? If tomorrow I'll have only 3 hours, I'm not sure how much. I must do another 2 hours today, well, at least 1 hour. You're supposed to believe a coincidence like that just happens? Actually, it was no coincidence. The whole scene was part of plan from the very beginning. No, Dragon Quest 1, 2, 3, 4, Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3. They were not bad at all. But, wait a second, what was the best one? Something Legend of Destiny, wait a second. Emperor Destiny, maybe. Because you can hire a lot of people here, etc. Making a small army. Whole scene was part of a plan from the very beginning. But definitely didn't play all of them. It's all written right here, in these instructions. Wait a second, no, Megami Tensei, this is the best, but in Japanese. Instructions were written by a master, Morganfrey, but if I play it, and of course I'll play it, it will be the original console, not port for NES. And part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. At night, there were 2 irises at Hasakura Temple. 2 of them? Even the time of that channeling was planned out. As soon as you heard the lights out bell, in other words 10 PM, every iris was seen before dinner time. It means the iris that was at dinner was the real iris. And the iris who gave me this food in the main hall was also the real iris. Day after tomorrow? That's very sad. Meaning that the iris sister Bikini saw at the inner temple. Because of the work I was wait a second, I just skipped one of the days. My goal was to stream every single day, I still was not able to do this. I'm trying, but it's super hard, especially today. I was free only at 8 PM. Usually it's supposed to be 7, but no, it was 8 this time. Was someone else dressed as her? Namely, one Dahlia Hawthorne?
Objection.
Do you even know what you're saying, right? This whole channeling the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne business. Yes, it's true that you found plants that talk about it. However, the one thing that's perfectly clear, the witness currently standing in the witness stand in the real iris. What? Really? Count down and remember what you know about the name of the crime. After meeting Sister Bikini, I'm still saying Bikini because it's Japanese and Bikini is American, the Dahlia Hawthorne that had been channeled, and some originally Japanese words, would been stranded at the inner temple due to the lightning strike. It was later that the body was moved by pendulum. That's right. Actually, that would mean that the Iris that received the body was the real Iris. Are you with me so far? Yes. After being notified of what happened, the police came to Hazakura Temple's main hall. Then they found Iris in her room and arrested her. And ever since, she's been under police supervision at the detention center. Yes, I suppose. Can't deny any of that. Didn't you try to use Google Translate to translate all of this? 2 hours after premiere? What? Just 2 hours? That's very sad. Usually if I don't have enough sleep, at least 6 hours, simply cannot do anything. Drinking a lot of coffee in the morning, but it doesn't help. The effect starts at around 2 p.m. approximately. It cannot? Why? Thank goodness. Well, I don't have any other way to translate something. Looks like she's finally convinced. I really need to learn every single hiragana again and katakana to finally read it. But something still seems off, way off. I am still not convinced that the Iris here is the same one from the other night. But the problem is, even if I don't have enough sleep at the evening, like right now, I'm not sleepy at all. Suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous. And it's hard, very hard to fall asleep again. Like the real Iris and the spirit of Dahlia somehow switched places. Switched places? Yeah, she summoned her, why not? To be perfectly honest, there's still quite a few things I don't understand, but I do know. And unless we confirm the witness' identity, we can't continue with this trial. Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia, which means they must have switched places somewhere. Well, Mr. Wright, since the time she was arrested at Hazakura Temple, have there been any chances for Iris to switch places with Dahlia Hawthorne? Yeah, there was one, of course. Your Honor, I think there might have been one chance. Explain yourself. Yesterday, for a few minutes, Iris' whereabouts were unknown. Unknown? What do you mean? What I mean is, there was a span of time in which Iris was able to move about freely, unsupervised. Well, who was it? Who would give a murder suspect time to move about freely like that? Sorry, I know you didn't mean to. Wasn't your fault. The person who gave Iris the chance to freely move about was obviously... Take that! This is Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it? Your Honor, there was a fairly large earthquake yesterday. Was there not? An earthquake? Earthquake? Oh my goodness, the inner temple! This kind of Tremormite? How could I have? She fled. She escaped. We went to the inner temple right away. And it's true, Iris was already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time. When I arrived at the training hall, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne. It's quite enough already, Mr. Wright. Now see here. Now Judge, in his right... Be quiet. He admitted? It's been a long time, Mr. Judge. That's voice. You still have to ask again. Upon meeting, a beautiful lady always asks for your name and profession. That's one of my rules. Dahlia Hawthorne. And my current profession? Permanently retired. So you're not going to bother hiding your identity anymore, Why should I? After all, I'm dead. There's really nothing you can do to punish me. What is going on here? They obviously all living in the Matrix, if they can summon somebody who died. Very happy. I never thought we'll meet again, and I never thought we'll meet like this. But this time, I'll end it for her, for myself. Just 1 hour? I need to check some more play. Exact this place. After this says 2 and 3 hours. Okay, so not today. Not today indeed. Now then, let's continue where we left off, shall we? Well, witness? Yes? How can I help you, Mr. Judge? Well, it seems that if we are to learn the truth, you'll need to hear your testimony. And again, I'm out of tea. Hold on. I need to make some more. In a minute. I have no problem with that. But when you see what I have, sometimes the truth is better left unknown. In any case, let's hear your testimony. Tell us about the plan that was carried out that night. The whole plan began with my death. A stupid plan hatched by Morgan Fay to install her own daughter as the next master. But for it to work, Maya Fey would first have to die. The idea was for me to kill Maya and then have the blame pinned on Iris. The plan went wrong, and it seems to have succeeded anyway. So that means you really... Wait a minute, did you just say the plan was to kill Maya Fey? Yes? You have a problem with that? Don't give us that nonsense. There's no way. Watch yourself, Wright. If you got a problem, solve it during cross-examination. That's my role. So it's 6 hours for me. Mr. Gordon is correct, and by the way, that's my role as well. To kill Maya? Could be true? The whole plan began with my death. Okay. Stupid plan. Indeed. My Faye would first have to die. For me to kill Maya. So this statement. Hold it. You were going to kill Maya? Carol didn't need to know anything about it. All she had to do was to follow the instructions in the letter and channel me. Then I would have simply used her body and finished the job. In any case, I'm already dead, and there's nothing any of you can do to me. So the plan was to blame the crime on your younger sister, on Sister Iris of Hasakura Temple. They twins, so there's no one who is younger and who is older. She and I look absolutely identical. No one can tell us apart. If someone were to witness me killing Maya, I'm sure they would think it was Iris who had done it. And the witness in this case was the Hetman, Sister Bikini. And I would guess she was going to return to Hasakura Temple that night. Well, maybe because I'm not changing the color. I don't remember. But she would up seeing Iris crime anyway. But why did you want to pin the murder on Iris in the first place? If they are in Japan, her color, nature color, was always black. Always. So when she died, it doesn't transfer out there. You know? Indeed. Second option? Two options? What is the second one? She's your twin sister, isn't she? Twin sister? Don't make me laugh. She's nothing but a backstabber. Couldn't care less about you. So the second option is she's from Japan, so her hair is black initially. Because her twin is also black, black hair, right? Right, so if you summon, you'll get the natural hair, not dyed. Backstabber? Just don't understand. You never will. Anyway. It's not something I can show you. Can press every single statement, of course. Hold it. You were executed last month, correct? Yes, I was hanged. It wasn't exactly pleasant. How did you manage to discard the one? When did you talk with Morgan Fay? Last year she was transferred to the same detention center as me. Why is he in the detention center? Since I was on death row and she was my mother, it's actually pretty easy to meet with her. I see. So that's when you discovered the plot. Are you crazy? At first, that woman was planning to kill me as well. Even so, I'm her own daughter. Or to make Ralphie the master of Korean. Who said this? She's a cold, twisted woman. She thought she could finally regain her lost honor. The honor she lost when her youngest sister, Misty, took her place in the master. Ever since that day, she's been working on this one. No, they eventually will be executed, but usually it takes a lot of time. Like, for example, this, what was his name? Alright, the man from previous case. Took 5 years and still he was not executed. He's been working on this plan. A plan, huh? Sweet plan, okay. Hold it. You're talking about Profane, is that correct? Yes, don't feel she had high hopes for the two of us. You and your twin sister, Iris? That's correct. Fortunately, neither of us had much spiritual power. That's why we were abandoned by her, along with our father, who said the opposite. Abandoned? The only person I ever really cared about in life was myself. My sister was an innocent, so I convinced my father to leave her at an old temple. You mean Iris? Yes, my father remembered a woman who also had a daughter. The less children you have, the more money there is to go around, right? Not really. And on top of that, my father had absolutely no interest in children in general. How horrible. The horrible one was that woman, that bitter, vengeful woman. It was her stubbornness that gave birth to that child, Pearlfey. She was born with an abundance of spiritual power, fortunately for her. Morgan Fay heaped all of your broken hopes and dreams onto that poor child's back. All because of your pathetic dreams of having your bloodline become the main finale. Hold it. Maya would have to die, but why? For our bloodline to succeed as the main family, thus making Pearl the new master, the remaining descendants of the current master had to be taken care of. But Pearls would never agree to a plan like that. She adores Maya. How sad. You still don't get it, do you? What Pearls wanted had nothing to do with it. Morgan didn't care one bit about Pearl. The only thing she cared about was the position of the master, that's all. That's ridiculous. She was willing to sacrifice anything and anyone to achieve her goal. The life of her daughter, and naturally the life of Maya Fey as well. How could anyone do that? Hold it. Base condition here. Everything is logical. You think the plan was a success? You heard me? Just as that woman had hoped. Maya Fey is dead. Now the title of the master will pass on to Pearl Fey. That's absurd. Maya's just trapped inside the sacred cavern. Wait a second, she's in front of you, I think. Really? So foolishly optimistic as ever, aren't you, my darling Finny? Do you want to know the truth? Ever since we met, I've despised you. Your sniveling naivety and your pathetic faith in other people. Just want to know one thing. What did you personally think of Morgan Fey's plan? I told you already, didn't I? It was a stupid plan. It had no point, no value other than fulfilling your own greedy desires. In this case, why they actually closed this cavern? For what purpose? It was certainly nothing to be proud of. If that's how you feel, why did you help her carry it out? Why would you do it? Why would you kill Maya? You may not understand it. Being the kind and gentle soul that you are, you may not be able to appreciate why someone like me would help a woman like that. So then tell me, why? Isn't it obvious? I'm not like that woman. I only act in my own self-interest. The reason I helped you was for myself. For my own personal satisfaction. What did you say? So this woman, Dahlia Hawthorne, no other million left. There's no other human being even left. She had her own reason for wanting my death. Well, if Pearl was still missing, so yes. Do you understand why I would kill Maya Fey now? What my goal was? Hold it. Obviously, it's because you were helping Morgan Fey. Helping? Made me laugh. From the day I was born to the day I died, I never helped anyone. I lived for myself, and in the end, I died for myself. I thought that was obvious. So she wasn't actually cooperating with Morgan. She was just using Morgan and her plan, so she could accomplish her own goal. Smarter than Diego? He's mastermind here. All I wanted to do was kill my Fey. It was the only way I could think of to get revenge. Revenge? Looks like I have no choice but to present that piece of evidence. I believe it, she meant to kill Maya, but to keep a cool head. And I need to get more information out of her. He just said about evidence, now it's about information. Only way to understand this one and what she was after as well. So it's obviously this one. Yeah, but you developer, you can use variables to not make such cycles. This right now it looks like very generic. Why AAA projects are not so smart as some indie games? Seriously, why? I don't accept it. It's very easy to implement. So if you press the last statement, it's not supposed to show you cycle. And do something else. Release such scene as this game? Okay, what was her goal? To kill the main master. Can actually go and make some tea right now, because it's almost 11 PM. Well, I have 30 minutes. The profile, you mean? Miffy? Goda? Where's Goda, by the way? I don't I have it. Okay, be right back. I will make an idea. Let's profile? No, show profile. So 2 minutes when I prepare it. Judge? Judge is not on my list. Well, you can see about it while I am away. What? Look, you're asking why Cube is watching this? Because of me, of course. That's why. So what? President Miafei here. Well, she didn't know that Mia was dead already? She's supposed to know. Supposed to know. Objection. Could it be that your actual goal had nothing to do with Miafei herself? As I said, none of you have the power to punish me anymore, because I'm already dead. Well, I had the same problem, you see? You can't punish the dead, and you can't take revenge against them either. You want to take revenge on someone? I was sentenced to die because of that woman. So, you really be sitting here until I play the very last Saturn game? If I play them 20 in a row? Hmm? What? I didn't even try it. Miafei. Somehow knew this was it. I want to send you a message. It was at your hands that I suffered my first humiliation. I wanted you to feel the same pain she made me feel. Sadly, when I realized revenge was impossible, I gave up. And the reason it was impossible was perhaps because Miafei had already died. Yes, and I realized there's only one way to take revenge against the dead. Who told you, actually? Your mother? And how do you do that? Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever. I want to take away the person that Miafei loved most. I want to kill her with my own hands. Hold on, in this case, why so far we didn't summon at every single case the deceased person? Maya could do this every single time, and you'll get the explanation who, why, and why. Yeah. How, why? To escape one of the games? Indeed, Castlevania. Obviously, I'll start with this Vampire Hunter game. That would be the one and only way I could take Vampire Killer, actually. My revenge against Miafei. That was the reason I helped out with that woman's funds. Just for that? For that you would kill Maya? The goal was no different than that of Morgan Fay. And they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. But a cruel plan. Cruel, cold, and heartless. Don't waste your time. Reach into the depths. Already told you, there's not a thing you can do to me. Castlevania games are short, usually. The original. That night, about 9:30 p.m., I materialized into this world. Took it, pinned my hair up, and put on a demon warden hood, like I finished several Sonic games in one stream, not just one. And replayed after this. Then I picked up the stuff that was by the side and left Hazakura Temple. Stop. It was Elise Donium who channeled Hyoto. Why? Ridiculous had none, never noticed a sin. She left Maya Fey at the inner temple and bubbled back, clutching her poor old back. You do then. It was easier to handle than I had hoped. Caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and... So it's all a lie, of course. So then you said you stopped Maya? It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. What does that mean? No clear memory? So they killed each other, I want to say. I don't know. I think I was stopped. You were stopped. At the last minute, my fame must have stopped me. I'm sure of it. It's not like you at all. I wouldn't stop a French fry with a plastic fork. Anyway, I suddenly lost consciousness. But before I did, I scrawled her name on the lantern. Just as I was passing out, I wrote Maya behind my back. I had hoped it would cast suspicion on her. I believe she was thinking of that and on the bitter end. So, I still didn't get why actually she was summoned in the first place. It's when my memory temporarily stops. It stops? I don't have any memory of actually killing Maya Fey with my own two hands. What do you want to request? My very last memory was, still have around 50 franchises that I started but didn't finish. Tons of them. Including Final Fantasy, of course. Maya's terror-filled eyes. Because I played the 6th game, but not the rest of them. Is pathetic English dub? Well, every single English dub is pathetic. When I woke up after that, I was in the sacred cavern, surrounded by darkness. If there was original dub, I'm playing it in original dub. Because no matter which one. We were in the sacred cavern. The entrance was sealed with one of those 3 clocks. Somehow I had been trapped in there. How did you wind up in there? I'd like to know that myself. Anyway, I was worried. I didn't know whether or not my affair was dead. And I swore I wouldn't return to the underworld until I knew I had killed her myself. 82,000? You can request tickets. By the way, I actually decided to replay Crash Bandicoot, the first one, to get the true ending, but because I already played the original, I saw the true ending in it by using the cheat code. Maybe I'll play the remake. With true ending, of course. Looks like it will be easier to get it here. For Ghost, you one tough cooker. I wanted to get out of there and make sure she was dead. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't get out. The trick lock stopped you, I don't know how to remove it. So then you're saying you were actually confined against your will inside the sacred cavern. Yes, I want to get rid of that annoying lock as soon as possible. So look, you must know why I introduced these tickets. One of the reasons was that nobody will request me any games at all. It wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it. Well, because the true ending is kinda interesting to see. And especially achieve it by yourself. There's also Gex that I played that I didn't finish. And because it was originally released for 3DO, I'll be playing it on 3DO. Played it on the PlayStation. The PlayStation was very so-so, not interesting at all. Maybe on 3DO it will be better. Well, it's supposed to be the same, but it's a different console. Alright, but it wasn't easy. I kept getting interrupted while I was working on it. Interrupted? It was early in the morning, but someone came in on the training hall. What? Who? Could it have been Maya? No. I saw the same scene, but I couldn't see. Why not? If someone had spotted me, I would have lost my chance to take revenge. So I made sure to hide myself well at the back of the sacred car. That morning, only 2 people could have gone into the training hall. Maya and Pearls. Pearls went there to cover the hanging scroll in Grammy. Still, I finally managed to remove the lock. But it was too late. Anyway, that the files had already started to gather. Flies. The bridge had been fixed and the police had started the investigation, correct? Literally couldn't go out. So instead, I turned to the car and put the lock back on myself. I realized I wouldn't get a chance to see Maya's corpse, as I had hoped. But just then, Lady Luck showed up. Lady Luck? The big earthquake. She showed up, all by herself. The real Iris? You mean which one I'll play next? Or what? I actually expected to play Layton because it's a short game. 2 streams may be enough to finish it. She said she'd come to make sure the sacred current was alright. Stupid girl. Came out from the sacred current and got a feel for the situation. Something terrifying. And I locked you away in my place. Finally learned exactly what had happened. It was then that I learned that the plan had actually succeeded. What I mean, your plan had succeeded. I had misunderstood one thing, you see? That night, the one that had summoned me, I had assumed that it was Pearl Fane. But of course you would assume that it was written in the instructions. But I was wrong. The person that had actually called my spirit back was Mystify. The picture book Alpha. So why she did it? Why did she do it? What? Well, that's really the only possibility, isn't it? After I lost consciousness in the garden, it was her body that was left lying there. My fate. I wasn't able to kill her with my own hands after all. But even so, I made her commit the most vile sin a human can commit. Did you? Hello there. Thank you for 29 months in a row of subscription. What? Matricide? The sin of killing your own mother? There was such sin? Never heard about it. No way. Order the court. What the meaning of this? It is true that I was the one who attacked Maya Fey. But even so, the murderer who actually snuffed out Misty Faye's life was none other than your dear little Maya. Wi-Fi streaming on the 3DS? Chubby? Well, it was my initial thought to use Wi-Fi to stream from 3DS. But when I saw how it's working, I switched to wire. Of course. Wi-Fi is not enough. So, don't you want to install the capture card on 3DS? Actually, about that, just think about it. There's even evidence supporting this fact, isn't there? Well, once I had a problem with capture cards that it was updated and for some reason stopped working. So I bought another one and replaced it. It's working. $1 million? Let's see right now. Maybe yes. Problem is that you need to wait to get it installed because they're not producing enough. Let's see, order here. And the order price, well, better not to use self-install. You're not a pro. Well, it's $200. You need $200, and it's working right now only on new 3DS XL. I remember that in the past it was regular 3DS, the old one, but XL. Now they're doing only new 3DS. I wonder why. $200. Or you can buy the capture card yourself for $120 and install it yourself. But note, even if they install it, there still can be troubles because it's not very reliable. And as I said, had a problem. I bought another capture card for $120 and installed it myself. Well, you need iron, right? How's it called? And solder it yourself. I tried to solder once PlayStation 1 Slim, and I damaged 2 consoles before I was able to install it on the third one. 2 consoles simply died in my hands. Well, I didn't expect that it was like this. Well, now I know. You also damaged them. Well, I simply didn't know how they installed this capacitor or something. Let's say simply sliding around. Well, after this I opened YouTube, checked it out, and figured out how it's actually working at all. Well, doesn't matter. There's even evidence supporting these facts, isn't there? What do you mean? What is so-called evidence? The fact that Wi-Fi has disappeared is evidence enough, isn't it? The idea that she's still in the sacred current is just ridiculous. She wasn't able to escape from the inner temple. That much is obvious. In that case, there's only one place she could be, in this courtroom. Well, you have to spell it out. The bottom of the Eagle River. Where else? What was this? A gifted sub? To cube, and it's already 50 gifted subs. So, Zidia, if you didn't spend your money on these gifted subs, you could already install the capture card on 3DS. Or you can send your 3DS to me, and I will install it for you. My affair killed her long-lost mother. Can you imagine the guilt she must have felt when she realized it? That's why she threw herself into the Eagle River. Most bodies that went up in there are lost forever. Well, right now you can buy only a capture card for new 3DS. For the regular one, I don't know. somebody producing them right now. So what do you have to say now, Fanny? So check, there's a lot of models of 3DS and they require different capture cards. What is this music? Phone? What is this newest? Oh, mobile phone. Cell phone. Sorry, that's my phone. What kind of ringtone is that? Gotta here. Okay, thanks. Record Iris? Was it something important? I just finished removing the locks from the sacred cover. It's great. What about Maya? There was a woman in the cave. Was it Maya Fey? It was the accused, Sister Iris. Don't look so surprised. I locked her in there yesterday. I just got finished telling you that. So what about Maya? Where is she? It's a raid from Bell. Thank you very much for the raid. And you were playing Fat guys. Wait a second. Fat Fall. I don't remember its name. So what about Maya? Where is she? But Jillian? Was no one else found inside the sacred cover? 5? Where's my so command? Actually, I can use so commands on everyone. Fall Guys. It's Fall Guys! It falls. Make it ZD as well. The Legend of Zelda. I want them to release a new console, maybe new Switch, with much better frame rate to play this game. There was also Golok, who's playing retro. And Cube, who's playing... looks like nothing. Because it didn't display in the game. I hope you return to the streams at summer. But I'm against emulation, idea. I'm against emulation, but if they release the next console, it will not be Switch, but something else. So I will be forced to play on Switch. But it will be Switch with better frame rate. Play it on it. So no emulation except there's no other way to play something. Or maybe if I need to use save states, that I did with Sonic Advance 2, because it was nearly impossible to get all the Chaos Emeralds. Well, it was possible, but it required tons of time. This special stage is just garbage. No one else found inside the sacred cover. No. Can be. Yeah. You going to? With PlayStation 1 games? Maybe Castlevania? There are Castlevania games on it. Some ports, of course. I told you, didn't I? She's dead. No. No. It's kinda obvious that she's not. It seems that this case has come to an end, a tragic end. Sadly, it appears the killer of Alice Dunham, also known as Misty Fey, was her own daughter, Maya Fey. Overcome with guilt for what she had done, Maya Fey jumped to her death into the raging waters of the Eagle River. Can be. Right. Have you ever heard this one? Once you eliminate the impossible, it's from the Sherlock Holmes, isn't it? Whatever remains must be the truth, no matter how improbable it may seem. What's that supposed to mean, Prosecutor Godo? According to this witness, my face threw herself in the Eagle River. However, is that really the truth? Remember, this woman testified earlier that the bridge was already on fire, but the murder was taking place in the garden. Which means if Mai had thrown herself in the river, it must have been from the inner temple side near the bridge. That's right, that's where she jumped from. But it's impossible, of course. Castlevania X, maybe, Chronicles. More than 4 hours. But there's no short games of PlayStation 1. It's possible to jump in the river from there, except some ports from arcades. What? Don't get your panties all twisted up tight. Just relax and think through the whole scene again. So, it's impossible. Why couldn't have thrown herself into Eagle River? Trash? Well, Mr. Wright, Miss Hawthorne claims Miss Faye threw herself into the river from the inner temple side. Do you have any evidence that refutes this claim? Wait a second, why am I getting penalties if I answer it wrong? Well, this I saw many times, it's simply impossible. Take that. It's impossible to jump in the Eagle River from the inner temple side. No one knows that better than this witness. What did you say? 11 years ago, you jumped into the very same river. Just take a look at this overhead map. As you can see, it was even the same bridge you want to say. I thought it was different bridge. It is the same bridge. Below the cliff, on the inner temple side, is a big rock shelf. 2 hours? Learning of 3D beat 'em up? Oh, Fighting Force. I remember this. Asworm Gym. I just recalled this conversation several weeks ago. She wouldn't have reached the river if she had jumped off from there. In other words, if she had jumped, we should be able to see her body in this photo. So you finally figured it out. You. Order! You just playing with me. My face body is at the bottom of the Eagle River. There's no one else she could possibly be hiding. Miss Hawthorne, have you ever heard this one before? Once you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains must be in the truth. Yes, just a few minutes ago, my affair wasn't inside the sacred cover. You now know that she didn't throw herself in the Eagle River. Correct. It eliminates all the most likely possibilities. Now, also it seems improbable. There's still one other place she could be. May? Let's wait till May. What is this one possibility you're talking about? Obviously a bluff. So where's your dead body then? Finally, I think the pieces are falling into place. Normally the living have no way to punish the dead. But I think there's a way to give Dahlia Hawthorne the ultimate punishment. Shall I tell you, Miss Hawthorne? additional reason to sense things and get more points. Shall I tell you where Maya is this very instant? My fate is under the judge chair, of course. The inner temple in Hasakura temple is very cordial. Yeah, under the chair. There's only one possibility left. Namely, she's right here in this very courtroom. What? My face here? You say she's here in my courtroom? Under my seat? Dahlia Hawthorne, I seem to recall that you said I had misunderstood one thing, you see. So what? But I think there's one more thing you misunderstood. What do you mean? Tell me something. At this very moment, who is channeling Dahlia Hawthorne? Why, that's obvious! It's perfect, the pathetic little sniveling runt. You're wrong. Pearls tried, but she couldn't do it. I now failed at channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. Is there any explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit? Could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit. Or if this person is not dead, of course. Someone called me before Pearl did? But who? Pearls even tried again on the day after the crime. But she couldn't do it. What could that mean? I think the truth is becoming clearer to you right about now. Am I correct? It wasn't Pearls that channeled you. There was someone who called you before she could. Why is this another penalty here? Well, it's supposed to be here. Take that. This is an easy one. Pearls couldn't do it, and Mystify is gone. There's only one possibility left. Come on already. Can't stand the tension. Dahlia Hawthorne. The person channeling you right now must be Maya Fey. What? How could that be? Remember what this witness, Dahlia Hawthorne, said about her goal. She said that her goal was to kill Maya Fey. Yes, that's right. But if Maya channeled the spirit of someone that was trying to kill her? Well, Grumps, what would happen? Could it be... Looks like you finally understand, Your Honor. Well, I don't... What are you going on about? What I'm going on about is the reason Maya channeled you. There's only one reason. To protect yourself from you. To protect yourself? From me? Yes. On the night of the crime, you were only interested in one thing. Kill Maya Fey. The path to the inner temple was closed off and there was nowhere for her to run. So then the problem became, where would be the safest place to hide? You mean, it's when she channeled me? All along you thought you had been channeled by Pearls. That's why it never occurred to you that Maya Fey, Maya's hiding place was you. No, no, don't say that! You're saying that I was played for a fool? By that little whelp? Willis whelp? Maya Fey killed herself, isn't it obvious? Sorry, but no. It would have been impossible for her to jump into the Eagle River. This was the only avenue of escape open to Maya. The only way that Maya could disappear from the inner temple. Don't believe you. Stupid little girl like that, who has never been out in the real world. She could never have come up with a plan like that. Who could have ever given her such a brilliant idea? Well, me, of course. Me? Wonderful. Alright, as we can see, they're not changing. Oh, they're changing. No, it's. They both have the same color. Or not. Slightly darker. Is it a mix? Maybe they changing their color. Yeah, fine. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne. So it's true. It was you. Yes. Here's something else. Because clothes are too small. But what? What are you doing here? Hair. It's Pearls, right? Tell me something, Dahlia. I want you to think back to that night one more time. You had just cornered Maya in the inner temple's garden. Okay, as you can see, Maya has 4 bolts on your necklace, right? So my question is, why cannot see it? Why Dahlia has just 2? How's changing their clothes? It's not changing it. And then, in the final moments of the fight, you lost consciousness. I was stopped by Maya Fame. Actually, Maya lost consciousness at the same time as you. She did. Not terribly surprising, since she was about to be killed. When she woke up, she was in the training hall. It's when Maya decided she needed help, so she challenged me. She explained in a memo the situation she was in. She asked me what I thought she should do. She did that? Can't believe it. Of course, I didn't have all the details, but one thing was perfectly clear, and that was, I knew that you couldn't be allowed to wander free. Free? What do you mean? It's a race against time, so I wrote down 2 things that Maya had to do. Channel Dahlia Hawthorne as soon as possible, and lock yourself in the sacred cavern until help arrived. So that's Maya who put that lock on there. Yes, but why did you order her to do those 2 things? She hadn't done it. Dahlia Hawthorne would be channeled by someone else. By one Pearl Fang. Pearls? Yes, Pearl didn't properly understand the plan, so all she was trying to do was follow her mother's, Morgan Faye's instructions. If she had succeeded in channeling Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit, things would have turned out very badly, to put it mildly. So that's how it was. Dahlia Hawthorne would have used the body of Pearl Faye to kill Maya at all costs. Yes, it suddenly sounds like that was the intent all along. How dare you! Don't forget this! Why not just admit it, Dahlia Hawthorne? Your little plan was nothing but a big failure. Yes? Another failure to add to the pile of shame, wouldn't you say? What do I mean by another? Think about it, Dahlia. Remember all your past crimes. It's already past. 3 hours of this. Not a single one of them was a success. They all ended in failure. What? How dare you? 11 years ago, the fake kidnapping. Your very first crime. What happened to this diamond? You got your hands on a $2 million diamond, but lost it. After Terry Fowles escaped and went to meet with Valerie Hawthorne, the truth was exposed. Mouse, it wasn't my fault. It's because of that stupid oath of a prisoner and that weakling of a policewoman. And then, 1 year later, he tried to kill me. Well, I'm still alive, but you wound up killing someone else. As a result, you were sentenced to death. It's one stupid move after another for you, but it's no longer funny. You, with that smug, happy-go-lucky smile off your face. Hmm? And now this. You messed up again. You let my face escape. Even though she was right there in front of you. Well, maybe in the future there will be a remake, a hard reboot maybe. And she'll be the main character, the whole series. Nothing. You spinster! I was supposed to kill Mafia like I swore I would. And if only you had gotten this spiky-haired cherub the guilty verdict, and have been hanged to death, I wouldn't. True. But I think you finally understand, Dahlia Hawthorne. You will never defeat me. Head of Biker now? What do you say? Whether you're alive, dead, or somewhere in between, you will never defeat me. As long as I am around, you're destined to lose for all of eternity. I remember what you said earlier in the trial. You said there was no way we could punish you, because you were already dead. Not about it. Then you say it. Even when the body dies, the spirit, the ego, it lives on forever. That's very true, Dahlia. And that's exactly the punishment you'll never be able to escape from. For all of eternity, you'll have to remain as Dahlia Hawthorne, a miserable, pathetic, weak creature who can never win at anything. And for you, there's no escape from that, no hope of freedom. Since the day you were executed, the narrow bridge that once stretched out in front of you has burned to a crisp. You are wrong. It can be. How could I lose to the likes of you? It no longer matters. I don't care whether you win or lose anymore. The only thing I want is for you to come out of my body right now. Holy shit. The hair was red actually, you saw it. Still here. I'm not ready. Not ready to go. Still 2 balls. Wonderful. But why? Nick, sis. In your clothes? In which clothes? Look, Maya had her own clothes, and they switch places only at the very end. So where the 2 balls left? There were 4, now it's 2. It makes no sense. Clothes of which? But say not switching clothes. I want to say they switched. When she escaped this prison, the cavern, I mean, she switched the necklaces. Right? I don't know. Now then, I assume you are the real Iris. Yes, I was just rescued from the sacred cavern. Let's say, necklace is also to both. You and your twin sister are indeed identical from what I can see. In any case, it appears that everything has finally been cleared up. But there was no time to do this. Mr. Goda, what happened to Dahlia Hawthorne? Not just time, there was no possibility. If you ask me, Your Honor, looks like she went back to the hell she came from. Seems that Mr. Fane wasn't the only victim of this crime. 5 minutes? But there was no breach already. My Fane, as well as the young Pearl Fane, were also victims of this wicked and selfish one. Yes, Honor, tragedy of Miriam Wally has finally come to an end, it seems. It would be best for everyone if no further attempt was made to channel that spirit again. Yoda? Yes, what is it? About this whole spirit medium thing. It's almost weird how comfortable you seem to be with the concept now. Now, to be frank, my younger brother is quite judgmental. He often criticizes me for not studying hard enough. That's why I made a concerted effort to study up on the current channeling technique. Hey, isn't that the New Year's issue of Occult? I've seen quite a few things in my many years on the bench, and in all the time, I finally learned this one thing. Each case is different, and takes place in its own world, if you will. In order to fully understand that world, first we have to immerse ourselves in it completely. And that's where my brother and I used to differ. No, sort of it's that way. At any rate, it's time to pass judgment in the case of Iris of Hasakura Temple.
Objection!
You're a little too fast with the gavel, Your Honor. There's still 3 hours of the gameplay. Did you say online player? The year? What do you mean by that, Mr. Godon? This trial. It isn't over yet. That's what he means. What? That's right. Remember what Miss Evil Spirit said in her testimony? Dahlia's testimony? I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern, and I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom and... It's strange, but I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. I think I was stopped. Just as Dahlia Hawthorne was about to attack Maya, she was stabbed and killed by someone. Yes, that's right. The person that was ultimately killed was the spirit medium that channeled Dahlia. Elise Dahlia. No, Misty Faye. But who killed her? We still don't know who did it. Season over? Unless someone else is found guilty, the accused is still on trial. Can't let you walk until there is evidence that proves your innocence. Wait a second, there must be evidence that proves her guiltiness, not innocence. The heck is this? No way. But this court isn't prepared for any further testimony. The prosecution is ready to call our final witness. Final witness? This one will clear up the whole mystery. The mystery of who killed Mr. Faye. Indeed. Is it really alright, Mr. Prosecutor? Of course it's alright, Madam Attorney. Very well then. Who is this final witness? Maya, of course. Isn't it obvious? Because it's obvious. It's one person who saw the whole event and will pull the final dagger in this case. Someone who saw the murder take place? The very person who saw your mother killed in front of your own eyes. You mean Maya? She can't testify after what she's just been through. We need to find the truth. Prosecution calls Maya Faye to the witness stand. Why do we need the truth? The only killer here could be only Goyo, by all means. And why he wants this? Very well. At first, he'll take a brief recess. You'll have to wait for Miss Faye to recover before summoning her. Once we receive the doctor's permission, we will proceed with the trial. Oh my god, it's almost midnight, what's going on? But it's so late. Hey Wright, I've got something to say to you, so listen up. What is it? I don't think much of you as a lawyer. It's always the same as you. You somehow manage to just squeak by without even a faint understanding of the case. Some beautiful woman always seems to come dashing in at the last minute to save you. Got some nerve. But that's not going to happen this time. This time you're going to have to do this by yourself. That's enough. This court is now in recess. Is it really enough for tomorrow's 3 hours to finish this game or not? Truly sorry about everything. You were working so hard to defend me. I was missing all day, and we didn't even have a chance to talk. She's right. When I met Iris at the training hall yesterday, I had already switched places. Execute former prosecutor? This must be painful death immediately. And Iris is inside the sacred cover. I wanted to at least be in the defendant's box today to root on you. Well, it wasn't your fault. You were locked up this whole time. There's something more important than that, so I have to ask you, why did you help your sister out as much as you did? You had tried to get help at the Sacred Current yesterday. You wouldn't have spent an entire day locked up in there. Times in a row? My sister, I felt sorry for her. She was abandoned by our mother and never got any love from our father either. Yes, but the same for you too, wasn't it? Yes, but at least I had sister Miri, who was like a mother to me. Only Dahlia had come with me to Hasakura Temple. I always loved her. Dahlia was always so smart, so strong. She never complained about a thing. That's why I promised you that I would help you. You're talking about the fake kidnapping case 11 years ago? Yes. I want to be useful to her in some way. But, as usual, I was too cowardly. At the last minute I ran away. Because of that, Daniel's half-sister, Valerie, ended up... was the case that wounded me so badly. But things didn't end there, of course. Some people suspected that my sister was involved in the murder. Some people? Must mean, yes, two defense lawyers, Mia Fey and Diego Armando. Supposing Mr. Armando was getting too close to learn the truth. Dalia even tried to kill the person who had unknowingly hid the poison to her. You. That's right. Iris, there's one more thing that I have to ask you. Yes, what is it? On the night of the murder, the person that cleaned up the corpse of the victim, Elise Donham, was it really you? Yes, it was me. That night, after I rang the lights out bell, I went back to my room. You'll never finish. And around 10:30 I received a call on my cell phone. There's a problem. Come to the inner temple right away. I got on the snowmobile and headed for the inner temple. But the path to the inner temple was cut off, right? Exactly. We can't just leave the body here. Alright, let's do this as you said. It was me. I was the one that received her body. So not just landed, she actually caught her body somehow. The murder weapon had been left in her body, so she wouldn't bleed too much. The stuff that mystic Elise always held. I knew it. So the actual murder weapon was the stuff. Yes, that's right. I brought the body back to Hazakura Temple of the snowmobile. But why? Why did you alter the body? I don't want anyone to know that the stuff was the murder weapon. I don't want to leave anything that would lead back to Mystify. So dress her in a robe and stab her with the store. I wiped the blood of the staff blade and left it next to her on the ground. Iris, just tell me one last thing. Tell me the name of the person that called your cell phone. The real killer. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I can't do it. Can't say who did it. I see. Defendant? What was updated? Has a sword hidden inside, the actual weapon used to murder the victim. What about fingerprints? Yes. Well, obviously only fingerprints were of the victim. But my question is, wait a second, here... I remember that fingerprints were of the victim. Oh yeah, it was not on the handle. It was only on the other thing. I don't know, cover, how should I name it? The judge is calling you. He wants you to see you in his chambers. He has some questions about Dahlia Hawthorne. Alright. Well then, I'll see you later. Something I want to tell you later. Okay. Something she wants to tell me? And she isn't murderer, but assisted? Indeed. Afraid? Maybe it's a plan, like in Zero's cave, to awaken something. In Phoenix, right. So it's true. Alice cooperated with the real killer to make him true attorney. Maybe even from the very beginning. Phoenix. Yeah. How's Maya doing? Physically, I'm not worried. She'll recover completely. Well, Grandizer? Tomorrow I will learn for sure. But emotionally she's been hurt very badly by this case. I see. Don't mean she's learned who Elise Dunham really was? Yes. I went to the medical office and talked with her. Told her everything I knew. But why? Maya is stronger than you think. I knew she could take it. All of it. With that, I want you to figure that answer out by yourself. The trial is about to restart. Restart. The killer. Do you know who it is yet? Fly around and shoot knuckles? I just want to tell me who called you, but still, I think that just maybe I know who it was. That night, the victim was killed in the garden of the inner temple. And the criminal wasn't just there by accident. How Godot was able to hide here, by the way. Which means the killer knew of Daniel's plan from the very beginning. Of course he didn't appear because he was on the right island, so-called. Maybe not. Killer knew Daniel's plan from the very beginning. And one more thing, the victim was moved to the Hasakura temple side by pendulum. In other words, the criminal couldn't cross the bridge. That means they were stuck on the inner temple side for almost an entire day, and hidden from peril. So the criminal was someone that wasn't in Hasakura temple the following day. That is much help as I can give you. And of course it was Godot. The rest of the battle is yours to win or lose. You got it. Thank you, Mio. Finally, it's almost time to bring this case to an end. What exactly did Maya see anyway? And who was it that actually killed Misty Faye? If it was, I have to prove it. Me all by myself. And what was the motive? Very strange. Too dumb for that? Beginning? But she was on the other side. Godot was the only person who was missing from the during the first day, especially at the trial. And here I'm going to save because like 3 hours left maybe, and it's too late now. Well, it's already midnight. I was not able to start earlier today. It was simply impossible. But what will be tomorrow, I still don't know. I must stream tomorrow. Who are we going to rate, Cube? Tell me. Miles? Miles was here during the first day. He was replacing Phoenix because he was in the burning, the hospital. So he was here. There's nobody who's playing not online games. And other people that I have will have too many viewers. So there's only Kraden X playing Grand Theft Auto in the bottom of my list. And as a person playing online game for Fortnite, yeah. I'm not going to rate somebody playing Fortnite. till they stream something else, of course. In this case, I will rate. So maybe in the future. But they read Credence so many times that makes no sense. Let me rate him. Because I simply don't want to search for somebody else. It's time to go immediately to sleep. Immediately. That's it. So Cube, thank you for stopping by. Thank you Bao for the raids. Thank you Zidi for the subscriptions. And everyone else who was here. See you tomorrow, I think. Well, I will try to stream. I will try. Bye. Good night.